The Blue Bombers are 6.5-point favorites against the Redblacks, who play for the first time this season following a week 1 bye. Drew Brown, who spent the past 3 seasons in the Peg, makes his first start as Ottawa's QB1, while the Bombers are without all-star receiver Kenny Lawler and the reigning most outstanding Canadian, Brady Oliveira. Hodge, you got burned by Winnipeg last week. Are you taking the Bombers against the spread again?
No, and the reason for that is what you just mentioned. Brady Oliveira will not play due to a knee injury. I think Johnny Augustine is an underrated player, but he is certainly no Brady Oliveira. And when you look at Winnipeg's receiving core, they've got Carrick Wheatfall making his first career start in place of Kenny Lawler. You've got Ontario Wilson making his second career start in Rasheed Bailey's old spot. This is a skeleton crew. Now, one of these guys could step up, but it is tough to, after seeing a poor offensive performance last week with some of these weapons in tow, imagining Winnipeg having a strong day on the offensive side of the ball. That being said, I am still going to take them to win. I got big questions about Ottawa's offensive line. I've got questions about how quickly Drew Brown, though I am a fan of his game, he'll be able to hit the ground running with the new team. So I will take Winnipeg to win. However, I will take the Redblacks to cover.
I'm in exactly the same boat as you are, Hodge, which based on last week means you guys at home should pick exactly the opposite of what we're saying here. But I don't trust the Bombers without that many star players in their lineup. I think there's going to be a bounce back team. I do not think that a Mike O'Shea-led team can come out flat 2 weeks in a row. We've seen the Bombers stumble before, and they've always had a bounce back game. I think they will have that here, but they just don't have the same ammunition that they're used to having around Zach Collaros right now. And I think that gives just enough for an improved Ottawa team to cover this very large spread here at home.
To me, the points in this one is a smart play, fellas. Kind of like they were in those 2 games that I was giving Hodge the business about in week 1. The Redblacks are at home. Yes, it's a prime bounce back spot for Winnipeg, and I do think they probably win, and Mike O'Shea's record in these kinds of situations would prove it. But there's a lot of energy around that team. I think Darius Pickett has brought a new attitude and physicality to that defense. The offensive line definitely has to play better, but I do think it is a prime spot for the Redblacks to have a decent chance to cover and maybe make Hodge look like a fool yet again for eating a bunch of points.
I'm not eating the points. I'm taking the points.
You are? Oh, I thought you were laying them with Winnipeg.
No, I'm picking Winnipeg straight up. I'm taking Redblacks against the spread, and you got to listen better, buddy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, what am I doing? Sorry, dude. Need to clean out my earwax.
It's okay, Dustin. Happens all the time.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, call me whatever you want. I'm just a little wiener. It doesn't bother me.